Sour Dopamine here. So these are my go-to accessories for the ROG Ally X. I've cut out all the miscellaneous. Steam Deck and Legion Go videos are coming soon. Let's start off with the travel case. This is what I take with me everywhere I go. I just got back from the desert yesterday, and tomorrow I go over to the airport again and go to California. There's a new handheld event coming out. So this is coming with me, by golly gee. But before I show you the travel bag itself, let me show you what's inside. So first and foremost, let me show you the Ally X. This thing, as you can see, has a case on it. This is the newer Modcase from Jsaux. This thing is freaking tight-knit gripped on the Ally. It is really hard to put on and it's really hard to take off. And I'll tell you this, my paranoia of breaking such an expensive device has gone away. I feel like I can manhandle this thing. On the back, as you can see here, there's a little slot. And this slot can do a few things. I'll show you what I use it for by default, but there's another thing it does that is game-changing for a lot of you. But if I put this on, you know, I've got myself a little kickstand. And I didn't know I'd use a kickstand as much as I do. I don't use it for putting it on a table and playing games on a controller. I use it for cooling. When I'm downloading a lot of games, I am usually on the couch just hanging out. And if I set this on a blanket, you know, the Ally needs to breathe. So you got to pop that kickstand up and let it do its thing. This case comes with a front plate. And to be honest, I don't use this because I'm not really in a combat zone. But it fits on there super nice, and this thing is full protected. Next, in the main sleeve of this bag, we have a dock. This is another Jsaux product. None of this is sponsored. They've kind of been my go-to for a few things, especially docks. I take docks with me every time I travel. I'll actually get to the docks later in this video because I'll show you why I use them when I travel. So we'll set that to the side for now. But as you can see, you know, that's basically my main pocket. Then there's a second pocket on this bag, and this is where I keep my side pieces, you know what I mean? So you got your USB-Cs right here. So here we have Sennheiser IE200s. I really want you to understand something. Good audio is detrimental to a good gaming experience. Unfortunately, these speakers that we currently have on these devices, they're good, but they're not amazing. And so when you can totally cover yourself in sound, you will be far more immersed in the game that you play than just by using speakers. So for audio, I use these when I'm traveling, especially in a plane. This blocks out all noise. Sound quality is incredible, and it's a very affordable pair of in-ears. When I'm at home and I'm playing on the couch or on my desktop setup or whatever it may be, I use Sennheiser HD560Ss. These are, again, super affordable. They're open back, which means that when I put them on, I can hear everything around me just fine, but at the same time, I hear everything in the game full surround. The sound stage is amazing on these ones. So if a guy's sneaking up from behind me, I can hurry and turn around. I know exactly where he's at, just because there's so many drivers in these headphones that the directional audio is super, super accurate. Great pair of headphones, cheap, they're affordable, and amazing for the price. Next inside my bag is this right here. This is the Omni 30 Plus, and it's a power bank. Arguably, I would say this is the Apple of power banks. Super, super durable stuff. Military grade. I kid you not. It even says like US Army on their website or something, but I love this thing. This will give me about, I know on the Steam Deck, it gives me a full charge and a half of juice. The Ally X is about one full charge and some change. And I mean, it does the job super well. 100 watt charging, 25,600 milliamps. This thing is just a beef machine. 2 USB-C slots, 2 USB-A slots. And then you've got like a little OLED screen in the front. And you can configure all these little settings. You can change. Honestly, this is beyond me, but it's there if you know what you're doing. But it's cool. And then I'll set it to my bed when I go to sleep, when I travel, and I'll put my phone on the top. It'll go 0 to 100 overnight. And I'll look at the percentage on my battery, you know, and it says like, oh, you've only got like 82% battery left. So I'm like, that is sick. So this is a super cool one. And I use this one amongst my others simply because it fits in my front pocket so well. And so that brings us to the bag. This is from a company called Mechanism. This is the guy that made the deck mates. It's probably one of my favorite accessories of any handheld ever. And I'll show it in the Steam Deck video. But he has an Ally mate for the old Ally, but really cool creative ideas. But this bag just does what it's supposed to do. It looks really good. I have mini pockets. I can fit in micro SD cards, you name it. Cords go in here. In the main pocket, there's a pass-through right here. So when I have my battery in the front pocket, I can put a USB-C from there, pass it through the middle of the case, and boom, I'm charging my Ally while it's in the bag. Super sick. There's some other travel cases that you can get, especially with the ROG Ally. So there's two from Asus. I've used this one for about a year. I love this one. I use it for my Ally and my Ally X. It's just a sleeve. It's bendy. It's malleable. And it's very thin. It's not a lot of baggage to take with you. You can't fit a charger in here, so you got to carry that separately. But I love it just because it's thin and it's simple and it's pretty cheap. It's like 30 bucks. Asus just made a new hard shell case for their ROG Ally X. This works with any Ally. To be honest, I don't like it. To each their own, but the reason why I'm just not a fan is because it's just a lot to carry. This will take up like 30% of my backpack, whereas like this one takes up a lot less and kind of comes with me on my side. And with this sleeve, I just fit in my backpack. You don't even know that you have your Ally with you. It's so thin and light and easy. It's up to you what you prefer for these cases. Also, let me know what I can do to improve these videos. You don't have to sub if you don't want to. If it's your vibe, you do you. But do tell me what I can do differently, because I want to make these again and I want to make them better. I want to show you what this little slot does that I say is game changing, and it's this. When I put this on right here, this little strap, Jsaux also offers a power bank that you can put onto the back of your handheld. It's so sick. I love this thing. And you can clip it in like this and boom, look at that. You got a power bank connected to your Ally. It's a 65 watt power bank, so it'll charge it'll get you in turbo mode. It's a 20,000 milliamp battery, so a little bit less than the previous Omni battery pack, but that is sick, right? Look at that. You name it. Like, this thing is zombie apocalypse ready. That's just super cool. So that's another battery pack you can purchase. It's got another panel on there so you can kind of see what's up. And on the top, you can see the cord where you can just kind of plug it, unplug it. It just stays there. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, so the next accessory is a huge deal. This is definitely the future of gaming, 100%. And that is XR glasses. Now, I understand there's a bit of controversy when it comes to these, but as of recent, they've been getting really, really good. And so these are the Viture ones, okay? These are the old version. I still love them so much. They should be relatively cheap now. And when you put these on, you can get extremely comfy in your bed or wherever you're at and get completely immersed in the game that you're playing. I love these things. It's definitely my go-to for like RPG games where it's like you're not like super fast or whatever. You're just kind of taking it easy, cruising around the environment, like Viture, for example. I beat the Viture in these things. Amazing pair of glasses. And there's a couple other ones. You've got the new Techno AR glasses they're called the Pocket Vision. They're cool too. These things they're fancy, I'll tell you that. It looks like Cyberpunk. I played Cyberpunk on these and they're really cool. They block everything out. There's no pass-through, so I can't see you. But the display on this is an OLED and it just looks amazing. Next thing that I always take with me if I'm gonna be at a place for more than a week, with my current job that I have, I'm a door-to-door salesman. I sell solar. Okay, so we go to Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas for about a few weeks on end. And what I'll do is I'll bring this with me. This is a portable monitor. This is from UPerfect. It's a 1440p monitor, 144 refresh rate. It's a durable device. It has a nice case around it, and I'll just fit it into my backpack. It's not much of a nuisance because it's so thin. And then I can just plop it up like this with the case. And this is why I say that I bring a dock with me, because with a dock, I can connect my mouse and my keyboard as well as this display to my handheld, my ROG Ally, as it's charging. And so now I have a full desktop experience. It all fits inside my bag, and there's nothing stopping me from freaking ranking up 13 kills in the finals. You know, it's super cool because my friends will bring their Xboxes and we can all just play together, and it's priceless. It really is priceless to have a portable monitor if you travel places long term. It is super fun to have. They advertise that it's good for coffee shops and things like that. I would never do that, but, and now since we're on the topic of external monitors and docks, I'm going to show you the other docks that I use and what I would recommend for you. So straight up, I have way more docks in this house, but these are the ones that I use the most. The Jsaux, I forget what this one's called. I'll link it below, but this has been my go-to for almost a year now. It's part of my desktop setup, and I'll make a video on my desktop setup, but I use this as a stationary dock. I mean, it does 4K 120, DisplayPort 120 4K, and it's got plenty of USB-C slots and USB-A slots, micro SD, things like that. It just gets the job done so well. And if I press this, I can lay my handheld on top of it, which is super, super cool. The next one is from Jsaux. So this is like a newer one that I got. I haven't put much use into it, but I kind of like its design. It's very simple. It comes with this little stand, but you don't need that. You can just take the block with you. But for sure, I think my new go-to is this one right here. And then if you're someone that doesn't need a dock for like that full-on incredible gaming experience, you just need it for productivity or whatever it may be, this is a good one. This one's cheap. It does 4K 60. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of docks out there, but these are the ones I use. The last thing on my list that is super essential to have is the ifixit tool case. This is good because, sometimes you got to clean out your Ally, you got to clean out the fans, or maybe you want to put a new SSD in there, or, you want to mod things. This is essential to have. I got it at Best Buy. It's just a cute little kit. You've got all the tools that you need to modify whatever handheld that you have. It's essential to have. It really is. There's not much I have to say about that except, it's probably good to have one. And the next thing on my list is something that I've made videos on. I'm very obsessed with this stuff. That's the new eGPU stuff. So I've got the AOStar AG02 eGPU dock with an RTX 4070 on the top. All it takes is a USB-C connection to get, RTX performance on my handheld. And I use one of these docks just to connect it to my 4K monitor, and I have that insane desktop experience. I've made a whole video on that, but that's just an accessory or like a side thing that I thought I would mention. You're capable of doing that with this handheld. So you might want to look into that if you're wanting a little bit more than what you got. There you go. There's my essential accessories. If you have accessories that you think should be mentioned I didn't mention, let me know because I'm always looking for new cool stuff. But yeah, guys, happy holidays.